A live look at the U.S. Capitol. There's reporting out that the government shutdown could end as soon as this week. Now that we're through Election Day, we, of course, will continue to monitor all of the happenings in and outside of the U.S. Capitol for you. Now we are in the longest shutdown ever, though, 35 days, and yeah. Hopefully it will end soon. Again, we'll keep you updated on that throughout the day. We're also going to keep you updated on the markets. A quick look at pre-market trading. Everything looking good outside of crude oil. All green. The Dow, S&P 500, and the Nasdaq are all up right now. Hopefully it will stay that way and even increase more. We'll take you to New York for the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange here in short order. First, though, let's get you over to David Brody. David, good morning.
Good morning, T. Bates on a Wednesday. All right, now time for our daily dose of dollars and common sense with American Sunrise Early Edition host, the guy behind Jake's Takes Substacks. That would be Jake Novak. Always around it. What time is it, Jake? Let me look at my clock if you don't mind real quick. You always join us at about 9:24. I feel like the Rain Man there. I don't know why I had to do that. All right,
time
here
for
we go
Wapner.
again.
Time for Wapner.
What's it? Wapner, People's Court, People's Court. Yeah, look it up, folks. Look it up, Gen Z. All right, here we go again with the market suddenly getting cold feet about AI. I mean, the last time this happened, it passed pretty quickly. So what's the deal this time, Jake?
Yeah, so in April, we had a big market sell-off because suddenly some Chinese company came out of nowhere and said, oh, we can do these AI programs a lot cheaper. And the Wall Street folks were like, oh, my God, we overpaid. When they realized that that was all baloney, they threw all their money back and then some back into the markets, and we've had a huge rally since then. Now, Wall Street guys have been looking at Palantir, that company we just showed you, and Nvidia earnings and their money, and they're thinking, wow, those numbers are really, really big. Maybe we should pull back. But here's the funny thing. It's actually not their human reaction to it. It's their AI programs who are telling them, hey, this AI number is a little too high. I mean, it's literally AI against AI. It would be funny if it weren't for the fact that some people lost some money yesterday. But as Terrence just showed you, the markets are flat to slightly higher this morning. It looks like this was a 1 or 2 day freak out. Some people are seeing it as a buying opportunity. Of course, there's going to be some AI spending that's not going to be justified. Meta, Mark Zuckerberg, moron. But other than those folks, I think there's going to be plenty of money to be made in this. And don't worry, if AI is overspent, then AI will tell us that it is. So we're good. We're all good. We're all good.
Hey, by the way, I have a quick question about the stock market. I heard Trump today at that breakfast with Republicans say that he was a little concerned about the stock market not doing all that great right now. But, you know, and of course, in his optimistic tone, he'll say it'll bounce back. But I thought it was striking that he actually mentioned that. Normally, he doesn't go negative much. He was a little down on the stock market. I'm curious to get your take on that.
Well, I think that he's looking at a couple of things. First is, you know, it was at this all-time high, and it still really is very close to the all-time highs. We've had just a few days, about 4 or 5 days of generally downward trends, but they haven't been very large. We haven't had anything that we could really call a sell-off, a major sell-off. But I think that he's worried about maybe there is going to be a bubble, more people are going to wake up to it. And I think he's also trying to get out ahead of what we talked about yesterday. There's a real coordinated effort by the mainstream media and the Democrats, same thing, to talk down the economy. And I think he wants to be able to say that first to take the sting out of it. Because as you know, when President Trump says 2 + 2 = 4, his enemies will say it is equals 5. And maybe he will preempt their narrative by doing that.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, what about this credit? What are you calling it? What washing is it called?
Credit washing.
Credit washing. Explain this. We teased it in the break.
Yeah, real quick, I want to explain it. By the way, when you have a bad credit report, you can temporarily get your numbers way up higher again by disputing all of the actionable stuff against you. You can say, oh, you know, that isn't really me. And for a temporary time, it will boost your credit score. Now, that isn't going to be good enough to get you to buy a house because that process takes too long. But for buying a car, there's a way to game that system. And we're finding out that more and more people are doing this. They're getting that temporary boost, undeserved, in their credit score, buying a car at a low interest rate, and then never really intending to pay that auto loan back. This is something that's starting to happen more and more often. It's called credit washing. Something that has to be done about this. We certainly don't want to take people's right to dispute potential lies or fraud about their account. But people have figured out how to game the system. There's a lot of phony baloney loans right now. People have figured this out, probably with AI, how to get phony credit reports and stuff like that. That's what's going on. And the auto dealers got to be careful about this because this could end in a lot of repos.
Interesting. All right, we've got about a minute left or so. We got some time to talk about pizza. We're pizza snobs, and we're proud of it, by the way. We don't, Pizza Hut, real pizza, come on, stop. But apparently, we're not alone. because the chain is getting slammed. By the way, the Pizza Hut just closed over about a mile or two from my house. But anyhow, not that people need to know that, but please go ahead.
Yeah, it's not doing well. The company that owns Pizza Hut, Yum Brands, it used to be part of Pepsi, owns Taco Bell. It also owns KFC. Taco Bell and KFC are doing great. So this isn't a fast food thing. This is a Pizza Hut thing. And they're trying to figure out exactly why it's losing market share. So it's, obviously it's losing market share to Domino's. This is just the pizza market I'm talking about. But it's losing, I think, also to some other new, maybe mom and pop shops that are starting to open up. That certainly is the case on Long Island. People don't buy Pizza Hut or Domino's that much on Long Island, but I can tell you, Pizza Hut's losing in this race, and I'm sorry to see it go. It used to be an experience to go to a Pizza Hut. That was back in the 80s, though. Most of you are too young to know about that.
You're dating yourself. Thank you, Jake Novak. By the way, if Mamdani, this whole government-run grocery stores, if he ever does Bleecker Street Pizza and tries to do pizza as government-run pizza, I'm out. That's a bridge too far. All right, sir. Thank you. Good to see you.
All right.
All right. Time for Terrence in Denver for the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange, sponsored by AMAC.
The Association of Mature American Citizens is the conservative voice for Americans 50 and older. AMAC is fighting for the values that you hold dear. Join today. Together, we can write the course of America.
Well, the applause is underway at the New York Stock Exchange, which means the opening bell is going to ring here in short order, and then we'll get an idea of how the markets are looking on this to open this day of trading on Wednesday. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The opening bell, is going to ring here in short order. There we go, right on cue. The markets are now officially open, and let's see how things are looking. Just like that, things changed. Or are changing. As you can see, the Dow is up, the S&P 500 is down slightly, the Nasdaq is up, VIX looks like it's flat as well, gold is up, and crude oil is down right now, and it looks like the S&P 500 just went into the red. It's going to be an up and down day of trading, very likely, and so you're seeing how things are looking to open this day. All right, folks, well, you may want to consider buying gold, and if you do, you can even get hooked up with free silver, just like this right here. That's right, for every $5,000 that are purchased from the Birch Gold Group this month in advance of Veterans Day, they're going to send you this free patriotic silver coin that commemorates the Gadsden and American flags. In fact, here are the flags on the back. Gold is up over 40% since the beginning of this year, and the Birch Gold Group can help you own it by converting an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in physical gold. Plus, they'll send you free silver honoring our veterans on qualifying purchases. If you're current or former military, the Birch Gold Group has a special offer just for you. They're waiving custodial fees for the first year on investments of any amount. With an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and tens of thousands of satisfied customers, including many RAV viewers, we really want to encourage you to diversify your savings into gold. Simply text the word America to the number 989898 for a free information kit and to claim your eligibility for free silver with qualifying purchases before the end of this month. Again, text the word America to the number 989898 today. Still to come here on American Sunrise, new polling numbers are in, and they aren't looking good for Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer. The poll comes as Democrats continue to block efforts to reopen the government. That story next here on American Sunrise.